Good afternoon and welcome to the 2022 FIBA AmeriCup official draw from the beautiful city of Miami, Florida. I'm Tony Collins.
I'm Ari Chambers.
And we are delighted to have you join us today in the starting point towards crowning America's elite team on what promises to be a thrilling competition.
Welcome all basketball fans across the world, especially those watching from across the Americas, to this significant event on the official FIBA YouTube channel. The draw signifies the commencement of this great event, which gathers the top 12 national federations in the region as they battle for supremacy in the sport. In what cities, Tony?
In Brasilia and Recife, Brazil. Now, the previous edition of the competition, held in 2017, witnessed Team USA claim the America's unique and beautiful trophy as Team USA crowned themselves the continental champion. 5 years have now passed, bringing us the 2022 edition of the competition, which tips off September 2nd and concludes on September 11th, 2022. Here's a sneak peek of what you can expect from the remarkable championship.
This promises to be a very exciting picture. These two teams. Unbelievable. Are you serious? I mean, the play was drawn a big combo for Anthony Bennett. Right next now for these two teams, they got to play each other again. No doubt. Good night, everybody.
With so much amazing talent coming together for this event, how could we not be excited for the AmeriCup? So let's check out this year's participating teams.
From North America, we have the USA and Canada.
From Central America and the Caribbean, República Dominicana, Mexico, Panama, Puerto Rico, and Virgin Islands.
From South America, we have Argentina, Colombia, Uruguay, Venezuela, and the host, Brazil.
It is going to be so much fun. So now we would like to welcome the president for FIBA America's Regional Office President, Ms. Carol Callan, for some welcoming words.
It is a pleasure to welcome you to the FIBA 2022 AmeriCup Draw, the launching point for our region's Elite Men's National Federation competition. The 2022 edition of the America's highest level championship is a celebration of basketball, bringing our elite teams back to Brazil, to the unique and beautiful cities of Recife and Brasilia. We at FIBA are enthusiastic and eagerly await the 2022 FIBA AmeriCup, which will showcase our region's top-tier athletes, both legends of the game and emerging young stars. We also anxiously anticipate the games of this year's AmeriCup as we continue showcasing our game, regionally and internationally, highlighting the immense sporting talent found within the Americas. We are once again privileged to return to Brazil as the Brazilian Basketball Confederation opens its doors to our elite basketballers. In this edition of our Continental Championship, national teams from Argentina, Brazil, Canada, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Mexico, Panama, Puerto Rico, Uruguay, the United States of America, Venezuela, and the Virgin Islands will challenge each other on the court as they aim to be crowned as 2022 FIBA AmeriCup champions. We wish all participants a safe and healthy competition as they begin their journey to continental glory. Moreover, it is important to recognize and praise the immense work and effort of our national federations as they prepare their national teams to represent their countries and compete at the highest level. We also want to thank and make a special acknowledgement to our host federation, Brazil, represented by its president, Mr. Gui Peixoto, who has welcomed us back to Brazil and continues to display his support for international basketball, ensuring the federation's ability to successfully execute such a top-tier event. We also want to highlight and recognize the tremendous assistance of the local governments from Brasilia and Recife and their respective sporting authorities for their support, dedication, and commitment to make the AmeriCup a memorable event. To the teams, the players, coaches, and support staffs, to the referees, and to all those who are working to make this competition a reality, especially during such challenging times caused by the pandemic, thank you. On behalf of the America Zone, our entire FIBA family, and fans of basketball worldwide, we wish each team great success. How about we take a quick glance at what awaits us at these two marvelous locations, hosts to the 2022 AmeriCup.
Carol, thank you so much for your words. Now, to continue growing the energy and anticipation for the competition, we would like to invite Marcelo Souza, Executive Director of the Brazilian Basketball Confederation.
A AmeriCup volta ao Brasil após mais de 3 décadas. Para nós é uma felicidade imensa receber as 12 melhores seleções do continente na nossa terra. Estamos trabalhando para entregar ao lado da FIBA e dos nossos parceiros o melhor evento possível, do tamanho da tradição do basquete brasileiro, esporte que tanto amamos e que cumpre as expectativas dos nossos fãs. A chegada da AmeriCup também reafirma o retorno da credibilidade total da Confederação Brasileira como entidade máxima do basquete brasileiro junto à FIBA e demais players do mercado. Como diretor executivo da CBB, desejo boa sorte a todas as 12 seleções, mas é claro que eu espero que esse título fique dentro de casa. Abraços a todos e sucesso.
Once again, thank you very much to Mr. Souza. A big thank you to our guests today.
Now it's time to announce the FIBA AmeriCup 2022 ambassador, an international player from the highest pinnacle in the sport. He's a historic player, a FIBA icon, born in São Paulo, Brazil, drafted by the San Antonio Spurs with 14 seasons in the NBA, has led the Brazilian national team through the FIBA Basketball World Cup in China in 2019, the Brazilian Blur, Leandro Barbosa.
My experience was really well. I was young, finally getting myself settled in the national team and getting more opportunities. So it was a good feeling, good experience, and great to be, playing those type of tournament, especially with FIBA. I had a lot of fun. Like you said, we won. That was the most important thing that we had at that time. That was the goal at that moment, and it was a halftime, I can't forget about, when we did it, so, as you start playing basketball, you always wanted to do a good job and be successful, and bring the gold medal for the country. It was a dream come true, Basketball is not that big in Brazil, but we thought that doing those type of tournaments, bringing the medal, it would be like a hope that we can make the basketball, be bigger in Brazil. And that was the beginning, of my journey, of my experience with the national team, playing FIBA. So it was great feeling, great memory. I'm so happy that Brazil were able to bring that tournament to Brazil with FIBA, and I'm sure that the young guys that going to represent the national team of Brazil will do such a great job. The population will see what is a Brazilian basketball. So it should be exciting. I'm so happy that I will be there. And I finally will be involved. Outside the court, not playing. It will be my first time, so I don't know how that's gonna feel for me, but I'm excited for the guys. I'm excited that we have the tournament in Brazil, that FIBA in Brazil have the relation, to bring that tournament to Brazil. So it's an exciting time right now.
A big thank you to our tournament ambassador for his remarks, and you'll see him at the FIBA AmeriCup in September.
Indeed, we will. Now, it is time to introduce our guests, some icons from basketball within the Americas. These players are legends of the game, guys, that have helped shape previous editions of the Americas Elite Championship. Let us give a warm welcome desde la Isla del Encanto, joining us from Puerto Rico, Carlos Arroyo, and we also have from the Dominican Republic and former first-round pick, Francisco El Flaco Garcia.
And from Mexico, we have the 2013 FIBA Americas Championship MVP, Gustavo Ayllón. And from the host country, a part of the 2010 All-Defensive Team, Anderson Varejão.
Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you
Yeah.
for having us.
So Carlos, can you give us a brief glimpse on what representing Puerto Rico in such elite competitions means to you, especially you're a four-time FIBA AmeriCup participant, so I have to know.
No, it was great, man. I miss it every day. It was such an honor to represent your country and your people, and especially having those tournaments in Puerto Rico, just to feel the energy of the crowd. And it's something that I miss every day.
It seems electric. It seems
Yeah.
really electric. What would it mean to bring back that gold to Puerto Rico?
It will mean everything, everything. Every time we represent, Puerto Rico in any competition, it's just a great honor, and every time we win is a celebration. So hopefully we can do it this one more time.
Seems like a certain level of pride that you
Yeah,
have, man.
yeah, every time.
Every single time.
Francisco, we just heard Carlos wants to take it back to Puerto Rico, but we know the rivalry between Puerto Rico and Dominicana. What would it mean for Dominicana? What would it mean for Dominicana to take back the title?
It means everything, like you were saying, the rivalry between us, we good friends, but when we get on the floor, we like, let's go get it,
Not so friendly anymore, right?
Yeah, for us, it means a lot. It means a lot, we represent our country, we play for the fans, and it will mean everything to bring it back to the art.
Ay. Gustavo, ahora contigo, con tantas participaciones con el equipo nacional de México en los torneos, ¿tienes algún recuerdo que te traiga buenos recuerdos, cariños o alguna que te resalte?
Sí, recuerdo muy bien lo de Venezuela, cuando fuimos campeones. Tuvimos la oportunidad de poder volver a algo grandioso para el básquetbol mexicano y nos sentimos muy, muy orgullosos y muy contentos de haber logrado ese gran objetivo para nosotros.
¿Fue como un sueño para ti?
Sí, para mí, para todos los mexicanos que aman el básquetbol, creo que fue un sueño cumplido y a partir de ahí el básquetbol de nuestro país ha crecido bastante.
Y estamos seguros de que la gente mexicana va a estar con las porras ahí, sí se puede, vas a ver en este torneo.
Seguro que sí.
Last but certainly not least, representing Brazil since 2001 and competing in each edition of the FIBA World Cup from 2002 through 2019. Anderson, you have to tell us about Brazil and what the viewers can expect bringing the AmeriCup right back there.
Well, before I get into talking about Brazil, I just would like to thank FIBA for having me here, this opportunity to be part of the draw for 2022 AmeriCup. It's something really nice, something amazing. Also, I want to congratulate our president of CBB, Gui Peixoto, for the amazing job he's doing for Brazil, for the Brazilian basketball. It's something that since he took over, the respect and everything for Brazil basketball and confederation has go up, and it's going to keep going up because he's an amazing guy and he's doing a great job. So what can I tell you about Brazil? Brazil is
We need to know all the things.
Taking notes, hold on.
it's an awesome country. I think you guys know the side of having beautiful beaches and all that. Recife, we have a beautiful city there. It's going to be beautiful. I'm sure it's going to be, the infrastructure is going to be awesome. Brazil is prepared. This is a great moment for Brazil. The last time we had the AmeriCup in Brazil was in 1984, almost 40 years. So we are ready for this moment.
Yeah.
What a homecoming.
Yes, this is amazing. And also we have a different national team. It's going through a rebuilding process, I would say, like new generation coming in. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for them to get this relationship with the Brazilian fans. There is nothing, those guys here know, there is nothing like playing at home for your national team. It's something special, it's different, and if we have the chance to win or really have a good tournament, it's gonna be so special, and you guys can't wait that you're gonna see the best fans in the world. Brazilian fans are warm and they care for it, for the sport.
Amen to that. And I know someone that you know very well is coming up. Before proceeding to the draw, though, we are honored to have as part of this event another FIBA legend from Brazil. Let's hear some words from FIBA legend Thiago Splitter.
It's been a while that we don't have a competition in Brazil, and it's going to be great for the youth kids that are coming to watch your national team playing, the media that's going to coverage the tournament. It's always good. The more basketball you have, the better. I think lately Brazil is surging with a lot of basketball in the media, and that's helped with the NBA, EuroLeague, and all these leagues. But having your country, your national team play at home, that's different. And I hope we can keep doing that for more years, because that's when you bring little kids to be fans, and then those little fans become players, and then they become pros. So there's no secret. But the fact that we are in Brazil and kids will be watching in Recife, in Brasilia, on TV, on social media, that stuff is huge. I think my generation missed that a little bit. We never play any tournament in Brazil. So I think we lost an opportunity to create a big fan base. And luckily now it's going to be in Brazil, and I hope in the future we have more tournaments there. Oh, it will be great for those cities. They're going to have amazing basketball for a certain period of time, and they're going to, be able to, especially the Brazilians, that root for our national team over there. That will be great. But also to watch good basketball. I think those cities will watch good basketball and will bring definitely the best out of the players. I think. Every time you play in front of your crowd, I think the Brazilian players will have an extra push, and to represent our country and to do well in the tournament. We always have this passion for the national team, to put that yellow jersey on it. And you start playing basketball, national team becomes your priority, becomes your dream, becomes your goal. Right, and once you start going there, and every summer you go to the national team, and those teammates become friends. Those friends become like friends forever. So my best friends still are the guys that play with me in the national team for 13, 14 years. So that's how much it means to me, a lot. Well, I think we have a new team, right? So it's going to be up to them to show who they are and how well they are prepared, and who has the high ceilings, right? You can talk about Iago. He's a super young guy that is coming to the national team. You can talk about Caboclo, former NBA player that's playing in Brazil now, that has a huge potential to be even better. And then you guys kids that are playing in Europe now, and you guys vets like Vitor Benite, and we see if Huerta still play and bring his leadership to the team. So there's a lot of things that will help, having those little bit of those vets still in the team, bringing experience to these new guys that are just coming out to the national team and trying to, put their stamp on the national team. I think it's the passion and the way, our basketball is played in America. And there is, I could say, many moments where, we almost fight with the other team, but it's nothing personal. It's just the way we treat basketball and the way we go to the court and represent our country.
Thank you so much to the amazing group of FIBA legends that came together for this event. We can all agree that with their amazing culture, the lovely people, Brasilia and Recife will be amazing hosts to our 12 national federations battling it out for the 2022 AmeriCup. And we're so excited to see the group pairings in tonight's draw.
Yes, we are. And as we get ready for the draw, how about we show our guests, our fans, and basketball community around the world to join us in the explanation of the draw principles for the FIBA AmeriCup.
You have to know.
The FIBA AmeriCup will feature 12 teams from the 3 continental subregions, each qualified through FIBA AmeriCup 2022 qualifiers. The FIBA AmeriCup is scheduled from September 2nd to 11th in Brasilia and Recife. Based on the Nike World Rankings, the top 3 teams from the Americas region will be pre-assigned and allocated into the following groups. Ranked number 1, USA will be allocated to Group C. Ranked number 2, Argentina to Group B. Host and third best ranked, Brazil to Group A. The double-blind draw will have the participating teams allocated into 3 pots of 3 spheres each, in accordance with the current Nike FIBA World Rankings as follows. Pot 1, USA, Argentina, and Brazil. Pot 2, Venezuela, Canada, and Puerto Rico. Pot 3, Dominican Republic, Mexico, and Uruguay. Pot 4, Panama, Virgin Islands, and Colombia. And include 3 number spots, each containing positions 1 through 4, that will determine order of the games during the group phase. The draw will begin by selecting at random a sphere from pot 1, which will be slotted into a predetermined group, followed by the selection of 1 sphere from the predetermined numbers pot assigned. This process will be repeated until all teams in pot 1 are allocated into one of the group. The process continues by drawing a random sphere from pot 2, which will be slotted into Group A, then proceeding with the selection of 1 sphere from pot A. A second sphere in pot 2 will then be drawn to Group B, alongside its grouping spot to be drawn from pot B. The team in the last sphere in pot 2 will be slotted into Group C, with a corresponding number drawn from pot C. This process will continue to be repeated for pot 3 and 4, confirming the 4 teams that each of the groups in the competition. Each team will play all the others' participation national federations within their group. The top 2 teams from each group and the top 2 best third-place teams will advance to the final phase and play the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals, the 8 teams will play a total of 4 games. The teams will be ranked based on their results and positions during the group phase into the following pairings. The 4 winners advance to the semifinals to define the final and third place game.
We now welcome to the stage Executive Director for FIBA in the Americas, Mr. Carlos Alves. Carlos, we are so excited to officially begin the countdown to September 2nd when we tip off and celebrate basketball in the cities of Brasilia and Recife, Brazil.
Yes, thank you, Tony, for being with us this afternoon. It's truly an honor. Now, before I start, how about this lineup?
I mean, come on.
Come on. So,
connections, huh?
Arroyo, Garcia, Varejão, and Gustavo Ayon. Mira, if you and I play, we win everything.
Are you kidding? Okay, I didn't say that, guys, okay? You talk to him.
Yes, yes. So, in a serious note, I do want to say thank you to the National Federation of Brazil, CBB, for hosting this event. For us, tremendous opportunity to elevate the game. I also want to wish all the national federations, 12 of them, good luck in September in Recife, in Brazil.
All right, well, here we go. It is time for the moment we've all been waiting for. It is finally time to begin the official draw for this year's FIBA AmeriCup. How about, though, before that, let's recap the teams that will be in Pot 1.
Let's do it. So this is it, the moment we've been waiting for. So thank you, Ion, for joining us. Thank you, Anderson. Let's have fun and start the draw. So we will go with Pot 1 and take the first ball from Pot 1. Anderson, please. Yes, first ball. And that is the national team of Argentina.
Argentina has 13 podium finishes, including 2 championship titles. They finished second in Group A of the qualifiers with a 4-2 record.
Now we determine the position of Argentina on Group B. So let's take Ion the first ball from Group B for Argentina. So Argentina will take the position of B4. So B4 for Argentina. We now go back to the second ball from Pot 1, please, Varejão. That is the hosting Brazil.
Brazil has 3 titles, 3 runner-up finishes, and 4 bronze medals. They went undefeated in Group B of the qualifiers.
So Brazil goes to Group A. We will take the position and determine the seeding for Brazil. So in Group A, Brazil, A1, top of the group. Okay? We go back and take the last one from Pot 1. Should be USA. And that is USA.
Team USA is the current defending champion after going undefeated in 2017. They hold the most championship wins with 7.
So USA goes to Group C, and we determine now the first ball position for USA within Group C. C4 for USA. We will move to Pot 2, and just before we do that, we will have a quick look at the video, the highlight video for Pot 2. Okay, let's start teams on Pot 2. Take the first ball, Varejão, please. That will go with Canada. So Canada.
Canada has 2 runners-up podium finishes and earned 4 bronze as they finished the qualifiers at the top of Group C.
Okay, Canada, we determine the position on Group A, and we take the ball. So Canada will be seated as A4, last position on the group. We go back, take the second from team pot 2. And that is Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico has 4 AmeriCup titles. They also have 4 silver medals and 2 bronze medals, third place podium finishes. Puerto Rico finished 5th in 2017 and 2nd in Group D of the qualifiers.
So Puerto Rico goes to B, and we determine now, Ion, the position for Puerto Rico on Group B. That's B2 for Puerto Rico. We go back and take the last ball from team pot 2. And that is Group C on Venezuela.
Venezuela won in 2015. They were also runners-up in 1992 and 3rd in 2005 in their 9 appearances.
Okay, halfway here, we go Group C and determine Venezuela, the position within the group. Ion, please. That's C2 for Venezuela, C2. Okay, we go team pot 3, and just before we do that, as we did with pot 2, we watch the highlights for teams in pot 3. Fantastic. Halfway through, we start now pot 3, Varejão. First ball, please, from team pot 3. I remind you, this goes back to Group A here. National team of Uruguay.
Uruguay has participated in all but one of the AmeriCup editions. They won silver in 1984 and finished first in Group B of the qualifiers.
So now we determine Uruguay on Group A, the position of Uruguay. Please, Ion. Thank you. So Uruguay will be seated as A2 for Uruguay. A2. We go back one more from pot 3 in the teams on pot 3. This will go to Group B. And that is the national team of Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic came 3rd at the 2011 AmeriCup. They head to Brazil after finishing 2nd in Group C of the qualifiers.
Fantastic. We now go back to the seeding on Group E. Let's see the position for DR. B3. Dominican Republic B3. And now the last one, Anderson. Let's see who goes to Group C from Team Pot 3. Mexico.
Mexico finished 3rd in 2017 and won the event in 2013. They head to this AmeriCup edition after finishing 3rd in Group D of the qualifiers.
Especially picked for you, Ion, this one. Huh? So take the position for Mexico on Group C. Mexico, C1. So C1. We now move to the last spot. We take a look at the video quickly on the highlights for Team Pot 4. So last one, pot 4, Varejão. Let's take the first ball. Let's see who comes out. And I remind you, this goes to Group A in the chronological order or alphabetic. So that is Colombia.
This will be Colombia's second appearance in the AmeriCup after qualifying with 2 wins in Group A.
Fantastic. So we take the last position that is on Group A, but let's reveal. And that it is. Colombia takes 8-3. 8-3 on Colombia. We'll go back one more. The second ball from Team Pot 4. Virgin Islands.
The Virgin Islands have 3 AmeriCup appearances and finished 4th in the 2017 edition.
So Ion, the last one, the last position available on Group B. We all know, but let's reveal B1 for Virgin Islands, B1, okay? And then we go back for the very last one. Let's see, and we all know who is there. That's Panama on Group C. And Ion take the last one from Group C, the position. C3. So C3. There you have it. Thanks, Anderson. Ion, it's an honor. Thank you so much. There you have it. The groups are set. So, Ari, what do you think of all this draw?
The draw has now concluded and the groups are set, and I cannot wait to see these spicy matchups. But I have to know, before I have my opinion on it, we see that Group A is Brazil, Uruguay, Colombia, Canada. Group B, Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Argentina. Group C, Mexico, Venezuela, Panama, and USA. And you know, how fitting is it that we have you two here? I already know what matchup you're looking forward to.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about the Group B matchup.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
What are y'all looking forward to seeing? What can we expect from a Puerto Rican Dominican Republic matchup?
Rivalry, man. You know, a lot of years of competition, great friendship. Two cultures that really can relate with each other, you know, a lot of love in the sport, not only in basketball, but all sports, you know, baseball too. So we've been very competitive for years, so good luck. Good luck, buddy. Good luck.
Yeah, we gonna be ready. You know, Puerto Rico is, you know, we got love for each other, and we always, you know, so competitive. You know, we got a lot of battles. You know, me and Carlos, and you know, we're looking forward for it. We're looking forward for it. I know the fans, you know, the Puerto Rican fans, the Dominican fans is gonna be ready, and it's gonna be fun.
You've mentioned the love that you all have for each other, even though there's a healthy competition right there. Let's pull up a photo real quick of you two.
I have it right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I mean, do you guys remember this moment?
I'm taking
Nah,
that.
that's mine. I'm putting that on my house. I know you better have 2 of those. He got it signed up for me today.
What's going on right here? Because this is such an awesome moment captured.
I know what happened. I'm gonna tell you what. I told him earlier. He just he was like 28 that game, and I was just hugging him and asking him like, "Why do you do that to me? I was guarding you."
A lot of love,
man,
a lot of love and
man.
respect.
It's
A lot of
all
love and respect.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful moment, and
Yes.
I can feel the love, and I can also feel the competitiveness, and I cannot wait. I'm now looking forward to Group B because you know
Yes.
that spiciness. What other matchups are you looking forward to, though?
I would have to say Brazil has it tough at home. First game against, you know, Canada is up and coming, you know, young group of guys that are, you know, trying to find themselves. Group C, Mexico got it tough against USA. We all try to stay away from USA the first game, so it is what it is. But very competitive. It's going to be a very interesting tournament. I can't wait to be there.
Cannot wait. To conclude this FIBA AmeriCup draw, we cannot go out without some words from a player who needs absolutely no introduction. He's considered Brazil's all-time leading scorer, is a FIBA Hall of Famer. Amongst the FIBA top 50 players, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Oscar Schmidt.
That Pan American Games that we play in the United States, Indianapolis,
with a big crowd. That was a dream that come true. And we won that. The Americans made the team for the Olympics based on us. They forgot that they have United States and Soviet Union. But we were very, very, very happy with that conquest. We're that afraid of the United States. But the United States didn't go because they were champion before and they automatically qualify for the Olympics. So we played good that tournament. We won that tournament. And I was very happy that we qualified for the Olympics. This year will be 35 years of that conquest. Was nice. And the best thing was not the conquest. The conquest was nice, was my best remembrance. But we need to go to the stadium to make the last part of the Pan American Games. And to go faster, we need to cross a mall. You can't believe what we saw. The people come out to the stores clapping their hands for us. That was terrific, beautiful. That was the best remembrance that I have in my career.
It's always nice to hear memories from Oscar. We would also like to give a big thank you to all of our FIBA legends for participating in today's draw. Thank you all.
Any last words, Carlos? I mean,
Look, this is a historical moment. You know, thank you, Ari. Thank you, Tony. All these legends here. So the stage is set. The ball goes up in Recife and Brasilia, September 2nd, and I'll see you all there.
Now that the path to the championship has been laid out, we are ecstatic for the dates. Don't forget, write them down. September 2nd, 2022 to arrive so we can all be part of the region's elite men's international basketball competition, the 2022 Men's AmeriCup.
I absolutely cannot wait. So thank you, everyone. And we'll see you in Recife and Brasilia. And I can't wait. Have a wonderful evening.
Boa tarde, see you all.
Buenas tardes.
Let's go, Brazil!